What's up, storytellers? I'm Clark Rowanson, the Magic Engineer, and it's time to talk about where I've been. First and foremost, I want to apologize for just vanishing off the map like I did. I did post in the YouTube community, and I posted on Patreon and a couple other places, but I didn't make a video explaining what was going on. In retrospect, given that this is a YouTube video channel, I probably should have made a video on what's happening. So I apologize for that. That is what I'm going to be going over now, is just where I've been and why I vanished the way I did. Fortunately, the reason that I had to back off of YouTube is all to a very good and very exciting thing. A couple of years ago, I got a book contract for a LitRPG trilogy that I am co-authoring with Michael Anderle. That has been basically my entire focus for pretty much the past 2 years. At first, I thought I was going to be able to manage things a bit more, have more balls in the air, juggling things a little bit better. Turned out that it needed a lot more of my focus than we initially guessed, which I'm not complaining. I'm very happy with the books that we are ending up with, which in fact brings me to another very important thing. And book one is actually going to be coming out in October 24th. So yes, I did kind of disappear off here. It was so that I could be pouring everything in to making this trilogy happen and making it as high quality as we could possibly do together. If you're not familiar with LitRPG, I have talked about it here and there, but it is a newer fiction genre that takes either fantasy or sci-fi or pretty much whatever you want and puts RPG game elements into the book. Some of the best comparisons are things like Ready Player One or Sword Art Online, because this isn't really a choose your own adventure or anything like that. This is more, there is a game system involved and the characters are playing the game, whether they're playing it as a online full immersion virtual reality MMORPG, or it's something where this game system has been imposed upon their reality. There are game mechanics involved that the characters are having to contend with. And in my case, they are ending up in a world where they know that this is happening, but they end up in a world that has this game mechanics in it. So LitRPG is the characters having to play a game system while they are going through their adventures. To celebrate the book coming out and just have fun with people and hopefully spread the word and get people as excited as I am feeling about this book release, I'm going to be doing a virtual launch party. It's going to be online on Zoom. It'll be taking place on October 25th. Book comes out on 24th. Launch party is on 25th, and it will be starting at 1 p.m. Pacific time. You can get more information on my website. I will be including the link here and down in the description below. It is important that I want to say that the publishing company, LMBPN LLC, they own all the rights to logos, book covers, artwork, and book content. And these discussions I have and any of the images on there and the things that happen with the launch party are done with permission for promotional purposes only. And LMBPN is not responsible for the content of these advertisements or the content of the launch party. Important stuff I need to say. Legal reasons, we can go ahead and move on now. In the launch party, we're going to do a bunch of stuff. For one, I'm going to actually dig into the inspiration and some of the mechanics of the RPG system that is in the book. This includes the magic system as well, where I got inspiration from, what I thought was interesting, and what we tried to do to make it something that was unique. And because this is kind of my specialty, I kind of got to have free reign in the co-authorship to really go wild on the RPG system. I'm going to be talking about that. There will be a Q&A. I'm also going to be doing a live reading of one of the chapters in the book. And there's going to be a chance where we're all going to eat some cake. You have to bring your own cake. Can't send it to you. Sorry. And we'll also be doing a live Q&A where you guys can ask me questions, and to make things a little fun, I'll be doing different accents that you can have me answer in depending with your question. I'll have a little list and you can tell me what it is you want me to do, and from there we will just have good time, and it will be very silly because the accents will start to bleed together and it will be ridiculous and lots of fun. But that's not all I'm doing, because it is a LitRPG. We are actually taking the game mechanics from the book and hacking them into a tabletop RPG. And I'm going to be running a short adventure with a number of players to show off some of the cool things about this and just to have a great time. And I'm very excited for the players that I have included. We're going to have Rennie from Rennie Plays Games, Ian from Undercommon Taste. We're going to have a professional voice actor, Aaron, and we're going to have Barney from the Story Comic. And we're going to be having a great time. The first part will come up on YouTube, and then we're going to be doing a live stream right before the actual launch party happens to finish off the adventure and go from there. It's going to be great. I'm very excited. There's just one more thing I want to say about the launch party. And this makes me uncomfortable to ask this. This is not my favorite part of the process. But these kinds of events, and actually the success of series themselves and books themselves, depends heavily on word of mouth and spreading of the news. So I would very much appreciate it. And everybody is invited. So I'd very much appreciate it if you spread the word. Let your friends know, anybody you know who's a reader, anybody who is a gamer, whether it's tabletop or video games. Everybody is welcome. It's going to be ridiculous. We're going to have a good time. And please, just let people know. I appreciate it so much. But enough about all of that. Now we can talk about the future for this channel and what it is I'm planning on doing. I'm not going to be going anywhere. I haven't been able to create content the way that I really wanted to for some time, and that's probably going to continue a little bit as we finish dealing with this trilogy. But this channel is not disappearing. Don't worry. I still have a lot of stuff that I want to talk about. And in fact, I'm going to be doing a pseudo relaunch. I don't know, some people might call it, I've heard the term soft relaunch. I'm not sure if that's accurate here, but I am always thinking about magic systems and game systems and all that kind of thing. And so my understanding and my refinement of how I talk about it and what I talk about is changing. So there's going to be some revisiting of some older topics. I'm also hopefully going to be upgrading some of my setup. I'm not quite sure with the camera yet, but I'm working with somebody to get a intro and outro to these videos, which is something I've been meaning to do for a very long time. So yeah, we're going to keep talking about this. And not just this, there's going to be a bit more that's going to be involved as well. I am aware that a lot of my videos can be very technical in nature and feel a bit like lectures. And there is still going to be that for those who just want the information and just want the actual structure of how things work and how to do things. Still going to have that. I am going to be pushing myself to try and do more types of videos that I'm not as comfortable with, so that there's going to be more that are fun and engaging in different ways. For example, I'm really looking at finding a way that I can do system reviews and system analysis that I'm happy with. Because last time I tried, turned into like 4 hours of me talking about allomancy. So working with formats, coming up with ideas on how I can consolidate that down, looking at what other YouTubers view. I want to do more of that kind of stuff and some of these fun things about why this system worked, where this system ran into trouble, do some things where I maybe build systems with guests or with just suggestions that are sent in from you guys. I'm also wanting to start talking more about LitRPG, tabletop RPGs, and game design. Because this is one of the things that is stewing in my brain, is there's connections there that haven't fully been established. And it's something I'm still developing, and I want to be talking about it with you. I'm also thinking about doing interviews with different creators to talk about how they built their systems, why they did the different things they did, and talking about potential problems with it, and just some fun conversations. But whatever I'm doing, I do want feedback from you. I really want your feedback. I want to know who it is you would like to see on the show. I want to know what kind of formats do and don't work for you. I want to know what questions you have that need to be answered. I want to know what kinds of things you really want to know about when somebody is dissecting a system. I want to know what your problems are. I want to help, and I want to give you the information that you are looking for. I really, really do. Being helpful is something that is very important to me and a big part of why I started this channel to begin with. So please do leave comments, or you can send me emails. There's a contact form on my website, link up here. Just Let me know what you're struggling with, what you'd like to see, and I will do what I can. That's all for now. That's the update that I've got. That's where I've been. That's what's going on. That's what's coming down in the near future and a little further on in the future. So if you have been a subscriber this whole time, thank you so much for your patience. If this is your first time finding the video, welcome. I don't know why the algorithm showed you this one of all of my stuff, but you are more than welcome. And I hope I see you guys at the launch party. And I hope you check out Spawn Point, which again is book 1. But even if you don't do any of those things, even if you don't give me a like or you do nothing else, just make sure that you get out of here, you keep writing, and you stay awesome.